Oh boy. So, a while back when the first trailer came out for this movie, I talked about how I wasn't going to be this guy and talk about how it was, how this movie didn't follow the book. And I later said, yeah, I'm going to make peace with it and just watch the movie and judge it on its own without, trying to be like, oh, it didn't follow this, and this with the book. And yeah, on this movie's own merit, oh, oh wow. Even if you didn't read the book, this was not good. Oh my god, guys. Like, what the fuck was this? Like, I feel like this movie was trying to be what Rampage is. You see, Rampage, like, as stupid as that was, it had a fun summer element to it. This feels like it was trying to cop off that and failed miserably. It missed the mark completely. Um, Now, yeah, this was what Rampage. It was trying to be what Rampage had and missed the mark entirely. Anyway, and not to say Rampage is like that's a fun movie. I really enjoyed Rampage more than I should. This, and I know, and you're probably thinking, oh, that's because you read the book, DPZ. You already had this pre-notion to it. Even if I didn't read the book, and I even said that I wasn't going to judge it, based off the book. Um, yeah, this movie, on its own, I yeah, this movie is not good, and we'll get into that in a moment. Um, yeah, so what was I gonna say about this movie? Let's start off with the obvious. Jason Statham, as Jonas Taylor. As I said, he doesn't fit the Jonas Taylor character, and yeah, he just plays Jason Statham. And that's not bad. I mean, you get what you pay for with Jason Statham, and yeah, that's all I need to say is that Jason Statham is just Jason Statham every time. So you get that. The the sharks in question. I'll say, yeah, there are two. Um, there are some cool shark scenes, like how they play up with how they use the shark in some points. Like when Statham is like bobbing his head underwater every time to find the shark, and it's like every time he does it, it's like you're just waiting for a bad moment, and it's not even like a jump scare. It's more like he ducks his head underwater one more time, and he sees the shark swimming just casually up to him. It's not like oh, I'm coming to eat it. It's more like what's going on? Because that's the thing is that most sharks are just like, yeah, what's up? I also like. Here's the other thing: is that how they get Statham's character version of Jonas into this movie is really like, oh, this character has a ex-wife who's down below, and that's how they get him out of retirement to go rescue her. And here's the thing: they forget about that character for like more than an hour into this movie. You don't see her until an hour and a half, like towards the third act of the film, and you have to remind yourself, oh, yeah, you're in this film, ex-wife. Yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, and also there are other characters who are like, oh no, not, what was your name again? Yeah, that guy. So that's kind of like, you don't feel any, and I understand that in a movie like this, everyone's just, shark food. Let's be real here. But it does help when you want to, because here's the other thing that this movie, this movie, whenever those characters die, the actors try to play it up like, oh, they were such good friends, they were, great guys, all with them, we were through and through, and I'm like, yeah, but we didn't get that, you're essentially trying to convey these deep, meaningful moments when we barely know the characters ourselves, that just died. We barely know anything about them. Aside from maybe one character who dies, that's really it. There's only one death in here that happens, and that's you feel any weight. And even then, like, the actors they got in here, the other actors, yeah, they're not great. Even Statham is like, well, it's Jason Statham. The only one who really has a lot of fun in this film is Rainn Wilson, who, funny enough, I had actually done a review of the movie that he was in. He played Lex Luthor in the Death of Superman animated film. So it's funny that he's playing another asshole billionaire in this film, and he's pretty much having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, he's clearly having a lot of fun with this film. Ruby Rose, who, funny enough, is going to play Batgirl soon in the upcoming, Batwoman. She was cast as Batwoman in the upcoming CW show. So, yeah, she was another good one. Everyone else, even Statham himself, is like, I'm just here to get a paycheck. That's really what you get with this film, is that you get this feeling of everyone was just here to get a paycheck. And that was it. Oh yeah, by the way, all that shark action you were promised, yeah, that doesn't happen until the third act, and even then, it's very brief. It is super, super brief. Guys, I'm trying my best not to spoil a lot, because honestly, there's not much to spoil with this movie. It's really forgettable. I saw this movie a couple hours ago. I'd actually wanted to do a review right away, but I was like, oh yeah, I've got another thing to do with Geeky Gentleman on Sid Part 2's channel. So I got put up with that. And even then, I was like, man, even if I did a review sooner, I don't think I could remember. I could even spoil much with this movie. It tries to be. I will admit that there is fun little nods to other shark movies. There's one, a really fun one that is a tie-in to Jaws, and you really have to be a die-hard Jaws fan to catch that reference. So I was like, okay, I'll give you that one, movie. That was a fun little reference to Jaws. And there's also another one to Deep Blue Sea, which is another good one. And again, it's one of those, you gotta, blink if you'll miss it, blink and you'll miss it kind of things. But a movie can't really be built on, not every movie can be built on, doing all these references. It has to stand on its own. And man, does this thing fall short. They really pad out the runtime with all these overly emotional scenes that the actors just really suck at conveying. Because again, it really, really feels like everyone's just here to get a paycheck. Yeah. Guys, I'm really trying not to sound like I'm shitting on this movie. There are some cool moments with the Megalodon, and there are some great, how those scenes are shot, and there are some nice little, oh shit, kind of moments, but those are few and far between. And there are some, really odd cuts to it. This is just, and again, even as a fan of the book, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, it wasn't like the book, so immediate fail. I'm not saying that at all. Even if I hadn't read the book, I'd have been like, man, this is just a high-budget, bad asylum film. That's what it feels like. It honestly feels like a high-budget asylum film, only not as fun. It's just going through it is just going by the books, and even then it fails on that aspect of trying to be this big, trying to be a blockbuster, but it's very obvious this film had gone through several writers, because, yeah, this movie had been in development hell for over 10 years, and it clearly shows. So, yeah. Yeah. I went in this movie with an open mind, and, yeah, it just disappointed me. I was actually, I saw this with my dad, and he was the one who really wanted to see it more than me. And even he went, oh my god, I want to leave this theater so bad. So we walked out of there just laughing at how bad that had gotten. So there you go, guys. There's my review for The Meg. Just if you've seen it, just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and hope you guys enjoyed this review. And I will see you guys later. And shut up, The Meg.